I don't know how anyone is traversing these really weird times without a working knowledge of the Indigenous Prophecies. The prophecies are really helpful to understand what's going on and why things are so strange and feel so in flux. And the prophecies, there are a lot of them, and they're all really getting at the same thing. And they're also talking about this specific time on the planet. And by this time, I mean what the social scientists would call the Great Acceleration. That time from 1950s to now, where things sped up and got very intense. That's the time that the prophecies are focusing on. So I want to talk a little bit about them so you're introduced to them, and also to talk about a consciousness that the prophecies are inviting us all into, called fifth dimensional consciousness. So again, there were a bunch of different prophecies. So the Hopi prophecy, called the rainbow prophecy, rainbow has to do with skin color, and the idea being that at the time when the metal bird would fly in the sky, when humanity and nature would be at its brink, that there would be from the four corners, from the four directions, this rainbow of skin colors, people who would be here to usher in a new way of being. In the Hopi reservation in Arizona, there's something called the Prophecy Rock, a petroglyph, and on it you see two different paths, two different possibilities regarding this prophecy. One path leading toward peace and harmony, and the other leading toward destruction and chaos. And the idea, according to the Hopi, is that it's really up to us, and it's up to the rainbow of people to help bring about the new way. There's also the Kali Yuga. That comes from Hindu cosmology. So a yuga is an age of man. And the last yuga, the Kali Yuga, the most depraved, the most ignorant, the most separate from the Dharma, Dharma being the enlightened consciousness of empathy and compassion. That literally just ended. That ended this past spring equinox in 2025. And we are entering now, literally since March, the Satya Yuga, which is, Satya means truth. So we are entering now the beginning of a golden age. An age where the Dharma would return, that compassion and enlightenment and righteousness would return, and this would be a big period in the age of man. But lucky us, we are again right in the middle of these two dynamics presenting themselves, these two different realities that are just in the process of breaking apart. There's also the Mayan prophecy, Mayan prophecy of 2012, where the world was supposed to end in 2012. Well, that really wasn't it. The world was supposed to end, but the idea was that the Earth was going to be split in two, according to the Mayan, that there would be two Earths that would emerge. Now, obviously, that's a metaphor. And what the Mayan were getting at is that there would be two distinct consciousnesses that were so separate and so distinct from each other, so pronounced, that it would feel like two Earths. And that separation of the two consciousnesses would continue. So we certainly all feel that when you look at the weird stuff and you go like, that has nothing to do with me. Those people have nothing to do with me. That policy has nothing to do with me. It doesn't have to do with my consciousness, which is how I think, my worldview. That's because you are inside a consciousness that is separate from another one, and one that is in the process of being left behind. So the idea in the Mayan prophecy is also that there again would be all these beings, and in the Mayan prophecy, a 26,000 year period of soul evolution of all of these beings that would kind of end around 2012, readying all of those souls for this great transition, for helping usher in this new way of being, this new light. So all the prophecies are about really dark time, and the light workers that are also here, ushering in this time. The Mayans also talk about that how to do that, and that the new consciousness could be considered fifth dimensional consciousness. So what does that mean? So 3D, third dimensional consciousness, that's what we see on television. That's what everyone's doing. Good, bad, black, white, us, them. That's it's consciousness of polarity. And the I that sees it, that's the three. So us and them, separation. That's 3D consciousness. 5D consciousness is where we pull ourselves up and out into a God's eye view, where we see the polarity consciousness. We see it happening. We even understand why it's happening. We even understand that it's something working itself out, and a consciousness that is dying itself out. And we hold a consciousness that says, I see that, it's not really a part of me, and I'm going here. I'm creating the life that I prefer. I'm creating the earth that I prefer. I'm creating the world that I prefer. I am using my juice and my heart and my spirit and what animates me and my creative source to create, to build, and be a part of the building of this new earth, this new consciousness. And that's fifth dimensional consciousness. So how to stay in that is that when you see the clickbait, when you see the things that get you really upset, when you see the things that you can't believe are going on, don't let it get you emotionally. Don't let it get your heart. Don't let it get your reactivity. See it more as a kind of, hold it as if you're a mirror. So you're not getting involved in it, you're just seeing it. The other thing to say about those who are holding on to that 3D consciousness for dear life is that they have a narcissistic bent. They have a narcissistic tendency. And here's the deal about narcissists. Underneath the underneath, held in the shadow of the narcissist, is deep self-loathing and deep self-hatred. And anything that hates itself is unconsciously curating its own demise. So what you are seeing when you see that cruelty, and you see that weirdness, and you see that destructive tendency, you are watching self-cannibalization. You are watching parasuicidal behavior. You are watching people curating their own downfall. Make no mistake. And if you just hold up a mirror to that, you don't even have to name it, just be a mirror to it. That's why Dracula didn't like looking in the mirror, because he couldn't stand the look of himself. So just do that. And the 5D part, the fifth dimensional part, is that you don't get involved in it. I see that happening over there, and I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And that's how you get on the side of the planetary evolution. The planet seems to want to keep going, and so do you, and so do I. And so those of us who do, those of us who have not adopted apocalyptic narratives that come from the major Abrahamic religions, where apocalypse may have always been the unconscious goal. If you're not involved in that doesn't resonate for you, then adopt 5D consciousness, which is what the prophecies are getting at, and what they're trying to enlist all of the people who have incarnated at this time to usher in the new way into. So here we go. It's a difficult time right now, but it's also these prophecies are also very, very hopeful. They are about keeping going. They are not about the end, but we have to open to the fact that we are that. You are that. We are that. And recognize the power and the power that we are connected to, because that's what the earth is doing, which means that our very home, our very host, is also in energetic accord with that. It is also moving into the fifth dimension, because our consciousness is not separate from it, because we came from it. And so as we wake up, it's only because she, Gaia, is also waking up. So I hope that helps. The prophecies, 5D. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Aloha.